Hey y'all, hey, I am Racquel, and I am the niche. I want you to know we're gonna get into what we're gonna get into, but I do want you to know when you're on this channel, I do many things and I follow my heart doing them. So if you are one of those people that need a person to be predictable and in a box, I might throw you off. And I say that confidently. So aside from that, I know I haven't been on here in a while, and I want to say the reason I haven't is like I've told you before. When I get on here, I like to have something meaningful to bring forward. I feel like the airspace that we take up when we get on these microphones could be utilized so much more responsibly. And this is not me bullshitting. Like, I am very serious when I say this. I feel like when you get here, there is a certain level of responsibility that you have. And don't get me wrong, everybody plays different parts, and that's okay. But this is the part that I play, and I take it very seriously. And so tonight I felt motivated to come on here and talk to you. And the reason why you do not see my face and you just hear my voice is because I distract myself looking into that camera. And that could make it kind of difficult for me to get out the message that I want to get to you because I'm over here over looking into the fucking camera. I'm obsessing about it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like a focal point. I don't know. It's some anal shit, but it's what it is. And that's how it goes with me. So I just talk behind the screen so I can concentrate and get the message out without being distracted by that damn camera. And you can hear what I have to say. Now, the following that I'm going to say, this is for our elevation and expansion, but moreover than that, our entertainment and just a breakaway from the norm, right? And what I'm doing is I'm inviting you to see the world through my eyes. Maybe you can relate and maybe you won't. Maybe you'll just see a different point of view. But either way, I'm offering something, and myself is what I'm offering. Again, we are entering a time of elevation and expansion. A lot of us have trauma bonds, and I wrote this shit down because I really wanted to get this out today. I'm gonna be begin freestyling at some point, but right now I gotta go through what I wrote down. So we have these trauma bonds, and these trauma bonds have come about. It has come about in different various times of our development. Some bonds are just forged by being around each other. You know, it's like your environment. You cling to those in proximity to you. And if you got some traumatic shit going on and they always around, they going through it with you too, right? So y'all form a bond off of that. And my thing is to say, these trauma bonds are falling away because they must. So if you've noticed that your communication with people as of lately has begun to diminish, it's because the frequencies are shifting and you are dropping bonds that can no longer feed you in your expansion. And when I say these things, this is not from a point of classism or superiority. I'm just plainly speaking about frequency. That's it. Now, look, don't try to get too entangled in what I'm saying. Just listen to what I'm saying. It's easier if you just listen and not try to wrestle with it. I'm telling you. So, the frequency has passed this point. We're evolving. We're realizing that we don't have to dictate just our relationships by proximity, trauma. We don't have to sit up and bond with people by telling them things that has given us nightmares, things that has left us paralyzed, right? And oftentimes those bonds feel like the tightest at first. But you got to remember that everybody comes in your life for a reason, a season, and a lifetime. And lifetimers don't necessarily be trauma bonds. And sometimes they do, because you and that trauma bond have elevated and expand past that form of connection. At some point, you two agree to walk in agreement and stay and be intentional about the connection you have. See, there are some non-intentional bonds created, and that's because of proximity. But there are, as you begin to elevate and expand by default, because the world, the universe is expanding, and it works in cycles, and we must move forward. We must move forward from it. Now, see, I don't know, I probably lost some people now. I say, don't wrestle with it. So I want you to know that some people are not struggling with this. This is, some people are going through this and some people aren't. And that is okay. So you might not even resonate with what I'm talking about. And that's because you're not going through it. But somebody is. Because it's a thing. I have brought it up. It's an existence. It's an energy. Or I wouldn't be able to transmute it to you. It's there in the ether. So not everybody's at the stage of evolvement, and there's people that ain't struggling with this, and that's okay. But I feel like the first question we must ask is, why would we continue to forge connections in survival? We forge connections out of trauma and survival. If we are looking to thrive, why would we want that? So there's a way to be open and connect. And trauma and drama is not the only option to which we bond. Some people, believe it or not, they bond with shaping the community. They find their community, they find their people, and those people begin to forge a community, a brotherhood, a sisterhood. They support one another. They put their ideals together and build their community, because ultimately these people understand that their world solely depends on the decisions they make and them making it, because no one external to you is ever going to give a fuck more about your world that you live in more than you. And that's why you have to be the one to do it. So you realize, I don't always have to divulge when I meet somebody and I'm forging a connection. I don't always need to divulge my wounds. We don't have to connect based on the things that have hurt me, cut me deeply. Unless there are times that call for it. Sometimes it does call for you to share these things, but you will know, your spirit will know. It will be like it will fall into a place where you know you have to enter that into the conversation, because this person can actually use that for their expansion and elevation, for to help them navigate their world. But most often than not, if you're not called to do that, why you just up telling all your business, your trauma and drama? You really can't connect with people on, I intentionally want to see where this connection goes, and I want us to collaborate and do something that's beneficial for the planet. Listen, I know some of these trauma bonds, we've had some good times, right? I know we've had some good times, and we've had some questionable ones too. We got to acknowledge it. That's a part of releasing, and that's a part of acceptance. We accept, we release, and we do the things that we can do to be about change. And we accept when we don't have the capacity to do so. And if you don't have the capacity to do so, maybe that's not your part in this game. But those who are called to do some change, they will, in some way, form, or fashion, invoke change. All of this is just me talking. It's alleged and for entertainment purposes only. But what if I'm right? You got a million people, maybe not a million. You'll have a significant amount of people that will always say what you cannot do. But how the fuck do they know? They're not you. They're just projecting something that they feel they know or understand. They don't know you. If you feel called to do change, you're going to do it. And if you don't, you won't. And that's not a bad thing. But we move according to our internal compass. Even when we don't know we doing so. Whatever your guidance system and wherever you are in your consciousness is how your navigational system will operate, the internal one. We're not all the same, and that's not a bad thing. Now in my life, I want to choose connections intentionally. Yeah, I want it to be intentionally, because it's different. It's different when you're walking with intention, focus, dedication, agreement. Agreement is the biggest one. Let's be in agreement moving forward. Do we agree to walk this life together? Do we agree to be an impact in one another's lives? Do we agree? Being intentional is important. So the frequency dictates that we are elevating past trauma bonds. We are elevating and expanding. And it's a beautiful thing. I'm going to leave that part of the video right there. Because I feel like if you got some questions, you know how to use that comment section. If you got some shit you want me to expound on, expand on, or what carry on about, you can always put it in the comments. Because for 15 minutes, I went on and went in about things that was just placed on my heart and how I see the world. That's what I think is great about content creation, right? It's okay to. I love the animal videos, right? I love how animals be acting a fool. And I love the funny shit. I love it when people be, I love to laugh and shit like that. And I love the deep stuff. I love the stuff that has you thinking, that really has your mind stretching. I love shit like that. But one of the most beautiful things about this is being able to share your point of view in the world. Because think about it. Don't you think that people coming after want to understand what the world is like? Right now, we are building a digital Bible. That's what we're doing. We're creating, as a whole, we're creating a digital Bible. And people in the this is how we will, as above, so below. This is the below's way of time travel. This is Earth's time travel. And people in the future will look at our videos and they will get an understanding of how we lived. We are living a virtual Bible. So my thing is, what do you want this Bible to say? And when you move in that fashion and you be all right. Because whatever you give, you came to give. Even if that's being an ugly and horrible person. So it's up to you to decide, did you come to be horrible? Nobody said you doing right all the time. I asked, did you come to be horrible? Let's see what messages we got today. It's up to you. And whatever the answer is, that's what you came to do, because that's what came up first in your spirit. hmm Y'all love this little music and shit. If you spend a little time and go through some of these free sounds, baby. One thing, this car love coming out, y'all. I really need to be using my crystal ball or looking into some water. That's what I need to be doing. I'm going to get there. I'm going to stop bullshitting and I'm going to get there. Baby. Let me go ahead and get this message. Now, this is a message for the collective, okay? So, where it applies, take it. And then when it don't, let it fly. Don't sit up there and be, arguing in your head about whether this is about you or for you or to you or whatever. Don't do it. You'll know. Spirit babies. Spirit babies are special gifts from above, bringing joy and hope into our lives. Every good and perfect gift is from above. Treasure these little ones as precious blessings meant to brighten our world. So, trigger warning, and this is all for entertainment purposes, and it's alleged. The babies that came through the womb and didn't finish the full term, the babies that got here or was almost getting here and didn't come through the birthing process, or even the real young children, these that you have lost, they are around watching you and they're rooting you on. They're rooting you on because they understand that you have a role and they had a role and they paid their role. They did their role. Now, whatever that means to you, I leave that open-ended because I'm being led to, because it's up for you to interpret what I'm saying for yourself and gather your own message. Ancestor connections. Nature has become more vocal. Nature is beginning to reach out more, and it's reaching out to those that it's connected to. There's different types of us. Now, we're all really connected to nature, but some people lean into that connection more than others. It's a default connection. Some of us, we are workers. We are alchemists and workers with the elements, and nature calls to us. That's what that cardinal sign is telling me. And it's also about the ancestor connection. It says, when a red cardinal appears, it's seen as a divine messenger. So if you've been seeing cardinals, I have. So, but I don't think this is just for me. I think this is for a few people. It's it's seen as a divine messenger linking you to your ancestors. This vibrant bird, often considered a sign from the spiritual realm, reminds you to cherish and continue the legacy of your forebears. Reflect on the scripture, Psalm 78:4. We will not hide from their descendants. We will tell the next generation the praiseworthy deeds of the Lord, his power and wonders he has done. The cardinal presence encourage you to honor and convey the stories and wisdom of those who came before you. Again, didn't I just tell y'all that we are a digital Bible? And we got to realize that we are creating the stories that we are going to tell. How do we want to cultivate the world as we record it? And what story or stories do we want told? Obsessed lover. These are these funky ass trauma bonds y'all got going on. Obsessed lover. Beware of an obsessed lover whose obsessive thoughts cloud their judgment, believing you belong only to them. This fixation may feel overwhelming, as they are willing to go to great lengths to reclaim your affection. It's crucial to recognize this behavior as a sign of their emotional instability. Proceed with caution, protecting your peace and personal boundaries. That's a verb. I don't even think that needs to be further expounded on. The Divine Feminine card has come up, and Divine Feminine is coming forward. And I just want to shout out to everybody who's listening, honestly. I'm sorry if I didn't do that before. I really want to shout you out. And if you're just entering, I encourage you to start it from the beginning. I'm going to continue with the message, but I encourage you to start over, because this is a message that was placed on my heart to give, and now I'm pulling the cards, okay? And again, I am the niche. So you trying to put me in a box in here, baby, you're going to be exhausted, because I do what I feel led to do on this channel. So the Divine Feminine is rising, is come forward, and it's our time. We're waking up, and we're waking up to our responsibility that we have on the planet. We often say what others cannot do, so we're being called to show what we can do. Okay, a sacred energy of creation, nurturing, and wisdom. This force inspires growth and healing, guiding us to live with compassion and strength. She is clothed with strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future. Proverbs 31:25. Honor this powerful essence within and around you as it shapes your purpose and path. All right now. What a word. Steamroller. Hey, hey. Who we going into? Somebody's going on a cosmic vacation. What I really mean is somebody is going to go on a inner cosmic trip. Some things are going to be revealed to you. Somebody is going through an awakening, and it's steamrolling. Somebody will be or is going through an awakening. And whoever this is, only you know that. So this powerful symbol marks your readiness to embark on new paths, close old chapters. We were just talking about releasing them trauma bonds, and how trauma bonds is not necessary to forge relationships with, or out of pure survival all the time, and navigate the shifts between life stages. Let's address that survival Let's address the friendship through survival right real quick. Let's examine that. Sometimes a person is sent in your life at the time that you're in survival, and they just there to help you get out of survival. Like they just somebody else to walk the path so you'll stay encouraged. And once you get out of survival mode, they fall off. Their job is done. Sometimes what we try to do is take the person that was there as for our survival and make them forever connections. And the thing about it is you don't, diss nobody, dismiss nobody. You let them go in love and wish them well and wish them the best. You let people go in love. That's what you do. So it says close old chapters and navigate the shifts between life stages. Embrace the journey ahead, for you are prepared to move forward into transformative growth. We have missing steps. Some of y'all got to go back. There's some stuff you missed. You just got to go back. You'll see it. But you got to go back. You done missed some shit. It was some signs. It was some messages. They was being dropped to you, but you missed them. I need you to go back and get it. Just get a little quiet. And ask the spirit, what is it that I'm missing? And just get a little quiet for a little while. And let it come through. Let it come through. It'll tell you. The spirit will tell you what it is you've been missing, but that's the message. You got to go back. You done missed some steps. You done missed some messages. You done missed some hits. You done missed some signs. You got to go back. You got to go and reflect. It says rushing towards your goals can be tempting, but moving too quickly often leads to overlooked details and mistakes. Take the time to follow each step meticulously. Slowing down allows you to build a solid foundation, ensuring each part of your journey is well planned and executed. Remember, a steady pace increases the likelihood of lasting success and can actually accelerate your ascent to the top. Soulmates. We're walking into the season of soulmate. We some of us, all of our connections have been like a soulmate, unless it's a twin thing, right? Your parents are your soulmates. Y'all come in groups. Y'all got shit to do, you know. Now, some people are getting new. They're switching of the guard. Another soulmate is coming forward now for them. It's been a shift of the guard. And some people, you need to realize that you are with your soulmate. And everything is not, romance is nice, but romance is not something people do all day, every day. And I'm talking about everybody. You got some people like that, for sure. Based off percentages and probabilities, there are people that are ooh la la all day long in their relationship. But the norm of the shit is we can get romantic, but relationships have a lot. They're very involved. And part of the involvement is y'all are teaching each other something. Y'all not just there to rub feet, have sex all the time. No, y'all gonna learn. Y'all gonna learn some shit. And that learning might be you don't need to be with one another. But that learning could be it's really nothing wrong with the person you with. You tripping. You tripping because you living in the land in your head of what you feel it should be instead of accepting it for what it is. So either way, that's your situation for sure. I'm here to tell y'all, live and flow and use your brain while doing it. Live and flow and use your brain. Everything is not flow. Some shit is just stupid. And you got to have a discernment to know what's the difference between living in flow and just being stupid. You know that. And here's the thing. Stop acting like you in a race. You at where you at because that's where you at. If you want to be something different, somewhere different, you'll make a change. It's really nothing to stress over. Either you take action or you don't take any action. Either way, you've made a choice. And either way, it's not a wrong one because it was in there for you to choose. And that's what you chose. Now, if, again, like I said, if you happen to be a horrible person or you happen to be dwelling in the depths of evil all day, that's just the road you chose. And you may say, no, I'm not. Well, if that be so, then why your ass evil? Why you over there doing messed up stuff? You know what I'm saying? What they say, stupid is as stupid does. A evil is what an evil person does. You know, killers kill. Ain't that what they do? So you gotta ask yourself. This is called accountability, and this is called doing the work. You can't do the work without checking yourself and asking questions. And the questions kind of what they do is they kind of go past the cognitive dissonance because your ass gonna make an excuse. But when you question yourself, it's you more than likely you will get the right answer. And you just gotta accept the answer you get and gotta know if you would have gave a different answer, it's because you would have been on some different shit. You gave the answer relative to who you are. And that's what it is. Cause even if we don't like it, what we do, folks, we change it. Yeah. Let me pull a full more. You know what? I done already gave a word. Shit. Here I am extending this shit. And already gave a word. Here I go. You know, I'm gonna just put this shit up just because it can't hurt me, I can tell you that. It can't hurt me. Man. I'm gonna tell you what I'm telling y'all, I'm tired of. I don't have no judgment. Well, all of us is not at this point, but it's reflective so majorly as if a ton of people, and this is why you got a lot of people thinking that, people ain't shit out here, like nobody's worth nothing. And that's not the truth. That's not the truth. But I'm tired of these men versus women conversations. I'm gonna tell you that. And I just really feel like at the end of the day, your grown ass should know that you gotta move in a way that benefits you in life. And comparing yourself to other people, what does that do? Other than, I mean, it can tell you or show you something you don't want it for yourself, or something like you might look at somebody and be like, they're very cohesive. I want that in my life. And then you look at other people and be like, they chaotic. I don't want that in my life. Yeah, from that standpoint. But other than that, why you gauging who you are by somebody else? You are who you are because that's who you are. You don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need no approval for that. And if you on some bullshit, if you're a messed up person, then make the changes. If you're not good with it, but if you're not gonna make the changes, just know that you on some messed up shit and accept that. Don't get mad when people know it. Some people about to be speaking. They done. I got the four of swords and the five of pentacles. They done was sitting around not saying what's bothering them, not speaking their truth. People are going to be coming forward and speaking the truth. They've already been doing it, and it's going to increase. People are going to stop hiding and they're going to come out. We are in the reveal, and the reveal is us being transparent, us putting it out on the line. so that we can evolve. Because you can make better movements when you know what's going on. We know the soul knows, but we still in the game of life. And we have to be able to pull that on the board. People are tired of walking around Five of Pentacles. They're tired of walking around toe up, broken down, upset, in survival, in fear. They want to let that loose, and they're going to do it because they're going to start speaking their truth. They're going to get up off their ass. They're going to start ruminating about it, and they're going to begin to tell their stories. I keep telling y'all, we are a digital Bible. Y'all not listening. Y'all don't hear me. Nobody hears me on tonight. But you will, though. Baby, you will. You gonna hear me. You gonna hear me. We got the Hermit coming out. See, the 9. These are the times of coming to an end. Like we've been studying. We've been looking under the rocks. We've been keeping it to ourselves. We've been pondering. We've been breaking it down. We've been sharing it on social media. This is what we've been doing. Okay. But we about to come out of that. It's about to be some new stuff. Ooh, we got the Ace of Swords. What I just say, this is confirming what I said. We got clarity here. It's going to be some new information that come through. It's time. Listen, y'all hit me up in the comments. Let me know if you want me to extend this, because I feel like I've done enough. I feel like I've given y'all 37 minutes of a word that I needed to express that was on my spirit, and then I followed it up with a reading. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to my Patreon. It is free. There are things to pay for. I mean, I do have a tarot class on there, a digital tarot class, some ebooks. I got some shit on there. Check out the shop. And then some of my podcasts that I've done that were like, oh my God, I need some water. What is it? I am Racquel, no chaser. You know, I have some things on there that's more a deeper, more in depth, I dive in. It's called I Am Racquel. It's like a more of a deeper dive into me. That one costs, because I feel like your exchange of who you are is currency. I've been paid my dues and continue to pay my dues with free shit, but some shit is exclusive. But for the most part, my point is shit. You could join my Patreon for free, sign up. You get a lot of good content. It kind of weaves a lot of stuff together. I have been posting daily on TikTok and Instagram for a little while now, a couple weeks, 3 weeks. I don't know. I've been consistent. I'm proud of myself. I have been. But I really want to build my community on Patreon because it's more exclusive. It's more quiet. You know what I'm saying? It's not out everywhere. I want to be able to go live there. It's like a more intimate thing. It's like having your all your people is that you have developed and connected with through your expression of your digital Bible, right? You have them, y'all off to your own corner. You know what I'm saying? Talking your own stuff and shit like that. So that's why I would like people to go over to Patreon, because eventually I want to go live on that. YouTube be on that bullshit. I probably shouldn't have said that, but I don't know. Allegedly, shit. I'm gonna say that. But mess around and, I ain't even gonna say that. I ain't even gonna give it that power. But yeah, y'all, let me know what you're thinking. I appreciate y'all stopping by and rocking with me. I hadn't did this for a while. Like I said, I go by what my spirit tell me to do, and it felt it was time to come on here. And so I gave it some content that has some meaning to it. And that's what I did tonight. That's what I felt led to do. And that's what I did. So I thank y'all so much. I love y'all. Remain positive. Because you know what? It's a lot that's beautiful about being amongst the living. It's a lot of things to be grateful for. It's a lot, and a lot of the stuff is free. That's what's so crazy. We pay so much for the shit that's not the mystery. The mystery, the amazing, the magic is what's free to us, what's in nature. That's where the magic lies, not this superficial bullshit that's the distraction from the main source. The thing that keeps us grounded, connected, and it sustains us. Mhm. We are digital Bible. How y'all want to tell the story? How y'all want the people that come after us to see how we lived and see the world through us? How you want that to look for them? That's a big question to answer. I love y'all.